Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is BestInSlot, and we are back working on our abandoned Jurassic World, Jurassic Park. Anyways, in the last video, I did mention there was a cutie, and I did forget to make the brand new cutie. I apologise for that. I will link that in the description of this video. I will remember this time, so you'll be able to sign up on the cutie and name our many Troodons. We're going to add even more of these. And you lovely folks at home did all have a suggestion, and that what we should do is turn on dinosaur breakouts and let our dinosaurs break out and sort of roam around the park. We're definitely going to do that, but I think we're going to wait until the end of the series. I think what we'll do is we'll build the park. We'll design it a little bit as though it's been destroyed. You know, we'll have... we're going to let the tornadoes do their thing, and we're going to have paths that kind of go to nowhere into the middle of the forest. We're going to add the chasm, all that kind of jazz. We're going to have trees and water everywhere. But I do like the idea of waiting till the end, having all our dinosaurs and exhibits they will break out from, and then just turning dinosaur breakouts onto high right at the end and just seeing these dinosaurs emerge out and take over the park completely. I think that's a really cool idea. So we'll do that at the end. Today we're going to do a couple of things. We're probably only going to add one dinosaur in my head. And somebody came up with the idea, I've completely forgotten who, I did try to remember, I apologise for that, but someone came up with the idea of having like an airport, which I thought was a really cool idea. Now we can't really do it, we can't properly full on do it, but we're going to try our best. We're going to try to make like a little airport section, maybe down here somewhere, and we're also going to build the chasm. People responded well to the chasm idea, so we're going to try the chasm idea out. And the idea is we're simply going to make a chasm, basically. I don't really know how to put it. We're going to make a big old chasm, like a chasm. I don't really know how to describe it. It's going to be a chasm. So the idea is the tectonic plates shifted, there was a bit of an earthquake, and the ground kind of just opened up. And I mean, already that looks pretty... I'm okay with that. I'm going to get it deeper still. Nice and deep. As deep as you can go, ladies and gentlemen. That's the way to do it. I already really like that. I think that's really cool. But if we just thicken this, we'll be able to go even wider. Really want to feel like the earth has been rendered outwards, you know. And this is part of the reason why the park was abandoned. And what we'll do is we'll make sure we have our power station maybe sort of in this sort of area, and we can have, you know... There's this big earthquake, the ground ripped apart and it splintered the power stations, and that's where the power for the park all disappeared at once. But there we go. Yeah, that's it. I don't really want to go any deeper than that. So what you'd do is you'd have the path go along to like... Maybe so it overhangs just a little bit, and then you'd have it carry on the other side, like normal. And I think if you did that across the whole park, it would really give this a nice look of... feeling like a chasm, basically. Somebody also suggested we make swimming pools, which again I think is a really cool idea. I'm not sure how feasible it is. I'm not sure how feasible anything is these days, but I like that idea. I also want a lake here, I've decided. And have that come down into there a little bit. We're going to change a lot of this stuff up as we go along, but just kind of just edging in areas of the map. It should feel, you know, there's no flood protection and stuff like that anymore. All the natural defences the park have been taken over. Now, the only dinosaur we're going to let wander around early on, we're going to get a Brachiosaurus. We're going to kind of do a little bit of a Fallen Kingdom thing, where we put the Brachiosaurus in, where we put the Brachiosaurus in and we try to have it walk in front of the Innovation Centre, because I think that'll look amazing. So we're going to do just that. So let's make ourselves a Brachie over here. And we are going to go for the default skin, right? Yeah, because we want it to look like the Fallen Kingdom Brachiosaurus. And what we'll do is we'll put a feeder in around here. More trees. We'll hide a feeder in there, we'll put the Brachiosaurus there, we'll jump down here, and the Brachiosaurus should, in theory, walk in front of the Innovation Centre. And then it'll just kind of wander around this area. It won't move very far because this is the only place where the feeder will be, so it should stay contained to this rough area. Most of the other dinosaurs will be contained in exhibits until the end, but I thought it'd be fun to do for the Brachie. Whilst we're doing that, let's try to build a airport. I don't know if this is going to work, but we're going to give it a good old college try. I do need to connect it to a path, actually, now that I think about it, so we'll have... It doesn't really make sense considering we've already got a... this whole thing here, but we'll give it a go. We'll give it a go. So what would we do? We'd maybe have the normal path narrow. I'm thinking, well, we need a building. We need a building that looks airport-esque, I guess. What's the most... I'm thinking like the security center or something like that. Science center? Yeah, science center actually kind of looks like an airport. And eventually, like all the buildings, this will die. Which is nice. That's what we're looking for. Oh no. I don't know why, but the music is hella loud in my ears right now. I'm sure it's not, but it... Oh boy. Absolutely deafened, I'm telling you. We'll keep that normal like that. And what we're going to do to make this feel, you know, more like an airport, we're going to use some... advanced storm defense stations, I think, have quite an airport feel to them. They're very... airporty, I guess, is the word I'm going to use here. It's kind of like one of those towers. Actually... Yeah, right. This is the plan. We're going to connect this to this. But what we also want is a viewing platform, and this would be the tower... Well, the tower, you know, the air... What are they called? Traffic control tower, I guess? Something like that, and that would sit over there. But even the airport is not safe from the clutches of Mother Nature and her fervent grasp. It kind of looks like an airport. It sort of looks like an airport. And then you'd have a... I can only use the normal path, but it will make... It'll have like little flags in it, and the little flags are gonna... Although, little flags... No, little flags will look weird. So, let's grab that. And we're going to go straight. And we're just going to make a runway. I guess. That feels weird. Is that wrong? Is it fine? It's fine. It's fine. Okay. So that's our runway. And then maybe at the end you'd have a... like a boundary? Somehow? I don't know. This is a terrible idea. This might be a terrible idea. What do you think about this? It's using up a lot of room. I do know I like that. I really think it's a cool idea. It doesn't really make sense with the monorail knocking around, of course. But who cares? It's cool. No, we don't want to. That's too many trees. For once, that is too many trees. I don't know how that's possible, but it's too many trees. We also want like maybe a ranger station sort of thing. And this basically what you would do is you'd get off the plane and you'd hop onto this and you'd drive off down the... You'd get off the plane over here, right? At the far end of the runway. And then you would drive said car... Basically, it's like, I'm trying to think, when you get off the runway and you... I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll rotate this. You get off the runway and you get put onto a bus, right? You get put onto a bus to get to the terminal because the terminal's too far away. That's kind of the theme here. This could all be a terrible idea. But I thought it was an interesting idea, at the very least. So that's what we're going to... Interesting is worth it to me. We're going to roll with it. Please... Yeah, I got that. Because the default angle when you're first building on this is a little bit off, it's not straight for some reason, every single path you make just looks a little bit weird, and there's really no way to get over it. And I really like to see, some of you suggested, maybe there are little dirt paths, right? Occasionally. And they kind of just... No, I don't like that one actually, as it happens. And they kind of just go nowhere. You know, maybe there were buildings there in the past. Maybe there was something there long ago, but now it's just nothing. It just whatever was there, whatever used to sit there, is gone. It's disappeared, taken over by the world, basically. I think the water really helps as well. It really sells that kind of overgrown, abandoned kind of look to it, you know? Whether it looks like an airport or not is a whole other kettle of fish, but that's not the point. I'll tell you what we'll do for the boundary as well. Instead of this, we'll have like a fence. Now, this doesn't necessarily make sense either, right? Because you would not block off a plane with a concrete wall. Because that's a terrible idea, because sometimes the plane is going to run too far. And you kind of need to allow for that. But I think that's the back of it. And the plane would land from this direction, right? Flies over the park, swoops down like this. You get out, you get into the vehicle, you drive around, and you go down to the terminal from there, right? So, if we have, instead of a wall, we have more like... not a wall, but kind of... bloody hell, that Brachiosaurus took ages. But like little buffers? Kind of thing, like little blockades. Not full-on walls, but just a little something to stop a plane, basically. Okay, there. Oh, it's not even. Okay, we'll try that again. There's a better way to do this, which I should have done from the start, which is pull this forward, like so, drag it up, like so, and then we just put it over the top of this. It's not quite symmetrical, but that's okay. Something like that. Just so there's something there to kind of say this is where the plane should stop, you know. And oh, you know what we should do? We should make them flash lights, shouldn't we? These ones should be lit up, because they would be flashing, and they're kind of like the lights. Oh, we need that as well. We need lights to kind of signal down to people, to the planes. You know, this is the landing spot. When it's in the middle of the night, you can't really see. You need to be able to see the track from a distance. However, I really like the idea as well, just hiding these in the forests entirely. Like so. I don't know. I think it's cool. It may not be. It maybe needs a few more fences and stuff like that, just to give it more of a feel, or something that at least used to be man-made and controlled and organised. So we'll try that as well. We'll just stick some light fencing in now and again. Not in any particularly logical area, it must be said, but yeah, I don't want people going down here, so maybe we block that off like that. I know what I'm trying to do, but it's not letting me do it. You gotta think, what would your hypothetical humans do, basically? That's who we're trying to look after. Hypothetical people. And hypothetical people is stupid. And they must be treated as such. I think you'd block off this as well. Like the side of the track. Because you want people specifically having to go around this way to where the cars were, right? And then trees! And again, we'll leave... I could break these down, like add little bits of... destroy little bits of fence, but I think if we just leave it, and we let the storms do their job over time... yeah, and again, same over here, just maybe a little fence going across here. And again, we just kind of hope over time the storm breaks this down, basically. Just something to make the whole thing feel more built up and real. You know, you guys know. I think it would pass for an airport. Obviously, we need to fill in the track here, but it's going to take a little bit of time. And I was just considering whether I was going to... You know what? It's not going to take that long. And if we do this right, you can see the lights have been added there, and it actually is kind of right down the middle, isn't it? This layer of two lights. Oh my god! It's actually going to look like an airport. That's going to be amazing. We just need to do this all the way along. And I know this isn't the most exciting thing in the world, but I'm only adding one dinosaur in this episode, so I need to kill time, basically. There we go. There's our broken down airport. I'm not sure I should have killed the track, the more I look at it, but at the end of the day, that's not something that's ever going to be taken down by the twisters and stuff, so we had to do something to give it a broken down look, right? Yeah, right. Let's see if we can block this whole thing in very subtly somehow. The problem is the fences do kill... Oh, God, no. Right, that's not acceptable. The problem is the fences do kill trees, so I don't really want many fences. We want enough to give it that kind of contained feeling without going too far. So what we're going to do, we're going to get a really light fence. Put it going into the water. Then we can kind of just hide it down here, right? Nobody's going to look over here. You're never going to see over here. You're just not. We'll put more trees in there to kind of make it more subtle. This is an issue. Huh. I know I said I wasn't going to do that, but we're going to do that. Sometimes you have to kill your babies. Okay, so that whole back bit is blocked off. Now we need to connect around here. Again, we're just going to use our little baby fence. Okay. We just need to put a gap here. The problem is, you wouldn't logically have a fence crossing over here, because this is where you would walk. So I need to find a way to make... I mean, if we just hide it in enough stuff... I don't know, maybe the fence... I don't know. I'll think of something, okay? I'll think of something. I do like having these little... I know so we'll do this at the end, but I think the little gaps in the path do actually look pretty nice. That's what you want as well. You want to look out into the wilderness and see just little areas of path that have disappeared into nothingness and they're fading away. I think that looks great. I think it does have an abandoned kind of look to it, doesn't it? Am I going crazy? I think that looks good. I actually really like this as well. I was not convinced, but I'm starting to come around to it. I do want to turn off, if you bear with me. Nope, wait. Nope. There we go. If I say do enough times, I'll get what I want. I just don't want those icons. We're going to have a lot of buildings that are obviously missing paths and stuff like that, so... Alright, we need to hide these fences a little bit better. Again, when we build other stuff, we can kind of reduce the trees, but I think it's nice to have a little border of trees for now. We need some water. Water. Maybe a little bit. Yeah, that's what I want. Onto the track. This whole left side is just flooded in completely. It sort of... I mean, whether it looks like an airport is debatable, but maybe if we put another tower in as well, that might help. Okay, and we need a dinosaur for here. I'm not really sure what. What we need to do as well. We'll get a big old feeder, and I want the Brachiosaurus to walk from left to right, just like in the film. So we're going to hide the... What you possibly... Oh, the water. Right. That's okay. We'll kill the water. It's, again, a weird thing, right? Why not just let me put the feeder in the water? But you can... I mean, look at that. You can't see it. It's amazing. You can just about see this little blobby stick just poking its head up, but you can barely see it. The Brachiosaurus should walk from left to right if we're going to get this perfect. Hopefully go straight for the food. I really like that. I think as well as when we put other stuff in and we move over here to the chasm and more dinosaurs. This is, I'll admit, quite an odd park to build because I'm not building exhibits. I'm not trying to... It's difficult in a lot of ways to build, but I think it's working out pretty well so far. And what we're going to have roaming around here, we're not going to put in anything yet. I'm going to let you guys decide. what dinosaurs would you have roaming around this old abandoned airport, which is, yeah, it's contained. So they'll be running around all the buildings, going down the run tracks and stuff like that. We can hide feeders in here. We've got water supply. I really like this challenge of trying to build kind of contained exhibits that look like they're not contained exhibits. And that kind of looks cool, yeah. So do let me know in the comments what you think we should do here. Something low-key, let's not go too hard on the Spinosauruses and T-Rex and stuff. We'll save those for later into the park, I think. And also remember to check out the QT, name 10 Troodons and the Brachiosaurus, which we're going to pop out now. I'll tell you what, for this we're going to make it daytime. Because that's what it is in the film, right? Boop. Oh, just stop clipping your neck through the door. Please. Bum bum. I think that's the only one in the game that I'll happily watch every time, basically, right from start to end. I love it so much. Confirming task. That's a beautiful creature right there. Beautiful. I really like this airport. Oh, it may look awful. I don't know, but I like it. Yeah, any fun little ideas like this I'm happy to try, because at the end of the day it's quite hard to build the rest of the park in some ways, because what else do you do other than just build a park, you know? So little interesting things like that. And it does look abandoned. I do want to do like a worker village power station sort of thing. I think we'll do that over here. Other than that, I don't have any grand plans, so hit me up, folks. You down? She's down. Right. Brachiosaurus we're going to put over here on the left, and the hope is she crosses over along this path here to the feeder which is there. That is the plan, and I will be sitting here like this, ready to catch the shot of her in front of the Innovation Centre. That is the plan to finish things off. We shall see. If it could start to rain, that would be great. Somebody did remind me that heavy storms doesn't mean it rains a lot. It just means when it does storm, it storms really heavily. I do wish we had a little bit more control on the weather. It's been nearly an hour now since the last storm, which is a little ridiculous in my opinion. You know, the fact is, if you've turned on heavy storms, it's probably because you want heavier storms, right? Or like more common storms as well, not super rare storms. So maybe we need a weather frequency option, or maybe just the option to have it permanently on rain. That'd be nice. Just permanent rain. That'd be great. Because this is a park that demands rain and nighttime and spookiness in general. So, what are we going to do next episode? I don't have a bloody clue. This one, like I've said before, is essentially run by you folks at home. What do we do next? Obviously, it has to be something we can do over here. Probably in this gap here. It's probably the best place for the next stage. We do need a way to kind of build it so that it feels like people would naturally, you'd walk in, you'd go to the shops, maybe chill in the Innovation Centre, and then you'd head out into the park. So what would you experience as you first head out into the park? What is that? And let me know. I really like the airport. Really excited about this. It's weird, just having no people in the park I think really accentuates that, obviously, for obvious reasons, but just it's so rare that you have no people wandering around your park. It'd be nice if we could turn off the monorails as well, actually. Hey, look at that. I turned off. I did that thing that I said. Oh, I was hoping if I paused it, it would stop there. I'd love it. Alright, right. I'm ready. It might get a drink first, but it should have to come get some food. Come on, Brachiosaurus. Come on, buddy. It's fine. Where are you going? It's over there. It's looking for water first. That's okay. It's having a drink. That's fine. That's fine. And then it's going to run. If it walks around that side, I'm going to be very disappointed. Be quiet. Can I deactivate everything? Does that make a difference? Did that change anything just there? No. I assume it turns off the light, maybe? You can't see it in daytime, but at the middle of the night, there's like this big light, spotlight that shines up from the Innovation Center. We should turn off everything, now that I think about it. Come on, Brachie. Well, whilst it's doing that, we'll turn off some buildings.
Your attention, please. This attraction is your attention.
Maybe a couple of them would run, though. You know, running on backup power, maybe? I don't know. We need to kind of sell how long abandoned is this park? When was it abandoned? Was it recently? Was it a while ago? Have things had a chance to just burn through all the power yet? Or looking for food? Well, have I got a surprise for you, buddy boy? Oh, facing the right way, facing the right way. Oh, she's walking over. Just called her buddy boy. That's why she's walking over, to beat me up. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, and stop. A little bit late. Oh no, never mind, not late. That's awesome. That's freaking awesome. Now, when we get hit by a storm and hopefully the Innovation Center breaks down, we'll do this again and that'll look even better. But for now, I think that's pretty cool, I've got to say. Yeah, really happy with that. We want the focus depth to not include the Innovation Center. That's what we want right there. Beautiful! B-E-A, beautiful. She just walks across, and she's gonna live there on her own and just explore. And she will stay in this immediate area. And when we've got some stuff here, maybe she'll wander around, but she should keep coming back. And if we add more large herbivore feeders, we'll make sure they're either far enough away or blocked off to specific dinosaurs. Basically, what we're trying to do is replicate chaos. Or we're trying to have controlled chaos, so it looks like chaos, but it's all very purposefully done. That's kind of the whole idea of this park. And until the end, where we just let everything loose. You know, we'll turn on high breakouts, Troodons will break out, and now we have a storm. So we'll wait till next episode. We'll see what that breaks. That could be very cool. And two things I need from you guys. We need name suggestions, so go check out the cutie. I will remember this time. There will be a cutie in the description where you can leave your dinosaur name suggestions for the Troodons, which we need loads of names, folks. And the Brachiosaurus. Please don't leave name suggestions for future dinosaurs. Please only do it for dinosaurs we currently have. Troodon and Brachiosaurus need names. And then a suggestion for A, what we do next. As in, what exhibits do we build? You know, how do we further go into the park? And B, what dinosaur or dinosaurs do we have wandering around the abandoned airport? Let me know in the comments. I will see you lovely folks next time. If you enjoyed this video and you're excited about this series, please do hit the like button. It's a big deal. It really helps me out, and I will hug your face. Cheers, much love as always. Bye-bye. A little shout out at the end. This video and others like it would not be possible at all without the support of you guys watching me at home, and also everyone on this Patreon page right here who supported me in the last month. If you want to help out as well, you can do so at patreon.com/BestInSlot. Every little really helps. Cheers.